Shut up and sit down.
Hey, I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And we are having a couple of freezy cocktails.
Adult popsicles.
Adult popsicles. Mine is a Paloma.
Mine is a gin and tonic.
Huh. Fancy. And we are surprising each other with trailers that the other person has not yet seen. And today, just 3 hours before we're filming this, the new Godzilla vs. Kong trailer came out. So not going to be too much of a surprise what trailer we're focusing on here. And before we even get into watching the trailer, we thought we would give you a whistle-stop tour through the history of gigantic monster movies over the last half a decade that lead up to the epic Godzilla vs. Kong. So if you remember way back in 2015, Legendary were working on Kong Skull Island with Universal. And they then moved over to Warner Brothers, and that got a lot of us thinking because Warner Brothers held the rights to Godzilla. So a lot of us giant monster fans like ourselves were wondering, are we going to see a Godzilla vs. King Kong movie? And Legendary quite quickly confirmed that yes, that was their intention, to do Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then bring those two titans together. So in 2017, Legendary announced that Adam Wingard has been hired as the director of Godzilla vs. Kong. And Adam Wingard stated from the start that his goal was to get the audiences emotionally connected to the monsters. He wanted to build emotion for the human characters, but also for the monsters. And I think that's what we saw in Kong Skull Island, in Godzilla King of the Monsters, and what we're hoping to see even more of in Godzilla vs. Kong. But before we get to that, where did we last leave our favourite monsters?
So in 2017, we got Kong Skull Island. And King Kong was on his own. He was the last of the humongous apes left of his kind, having been killed off by the Skull Crushers. And this became the first time that we see Kong working together with the humans to defeat the giant Skull Crusher at the end of the movie. Now, obviously, as good movie nerds, you stayed until the very end credits, where we saw the secret government agency, Monarch, reveal that Kong was not the only giant that they were tracking. We also saw some cave paintings that seemed to hint at the existence of Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah.
Yes! So then we moved on to 2019's Godzilla King of the Monsters. And that movie started off by focusing around a titan that they named Monster Zero, who we eventually learn is actually King Ghidorah, who was an alien monster, had come to Earth with the intent of terraforming the planet. Yikes. And we start to see factions appear in the monsters in this movie. Some of them are siding with Godzilla. Some of the titans feel that it's their responsibility to heal the damage that humans have done to the planet, while others side with King Ghidorah with the intent of wiping humanity out completely. And in this movie, we almost see Godzilla killed by something that's called the Oxygen Destroyer. Then we see him revived by a nuclear bomb, of all things. And finally, Godzilla is saved by an act of self-sacrifice by poor old Mothra. So the movie ends with newly nuclear, that's hard to say, Godzilla finally defeating King Ghidorah, at which point all of the other titans converge around Godzilla, but instead of attacking him, they bow, because he is King of the Monsters. And as usual, if you stuck around until the end credits, you then saw the titans all starting to converge on a little island called Skull Island. We all know who lives there. And yet again, we see cave paintings, this time of Godzilla battling Kong, setting the stage for today's new trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong. Yay! So we're going to check out the trailer, hang around until the end, and we will let you know what we thought about it.
This is our only chance. We have to take
Oh my god! He's so humongous!
It's like Jurassic Park 3. They didn't
We
learn.
need Kong. The world needs him to stop what's coming. And this child, she's the only one he'll communicate with.
Whoa!
I knew that they had a bond. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her. in some way, Kong did the same.
Wow. That's not gonna work. Ooh. Oh my god.
It's Godzilla.
Oh man. No way. Whoa.
These are dangerous times.
Too
Godzilla's
right.
out there and he's hurting people and we don't know why.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
Go, 11!
Real.
Fix him!
There was a war.
Whoa.
Last one standing.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gon' stop for me.
Kong bows to no one.
Was he the king?
Oh my god. Yes. Wow. So we have just seen the trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong. I literally have goosebumps. Man. How awesome did that look?
Oh, so good. So good. I liked it that they started off just with a big old punch,
Yes.
like keeping it simple. And then what was that weapon he had at the end? Some like nuclear Thor's hammer thing.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. What is going on with Godzilla though? He was kind of a good guy at the end of King of the Monsters. What's crawled up his butt?
Nuclear.
No, that heals him.
Oh, okay.
He likes that.
Nuclear.
Yes. So the trailer says one will fall. If you had to pick a Godzilla or King Kong to fall, who would it be?
I think I would have to pick Godzilla.
Yeah.
He's my favorite in real life, but I don't want to make that little girl sad.
That's true. The little girl with the King Kong teddy bear thing.
Little
that
plushie.
Yeah, and he poked her with his giant finger. Yeah, I must admit, Kong to me, there's a lot more humanity in him. Like you can imagine him, like he feels more at one with the planet. Godzilla, I guess, just being reptile, alien to us humans. But remembering back to the days of the old game Rampage in the arcades, my friend Darren would always play as George the gorilla, and I would always play as Lizzie the lizard. Lizzie was my favorite, so I would be really, really sad to see King Kong kill Godzilla in this.
Yeah, I hope not.
I think they're going to need an actual villain in this. I think it's same as with the Captain America Civil War. It's great to see Iron Man and Captain America battling each other, but you need a real villain. You can't just have two heroes. And to me, Kong and Godzilla are both heroes.
We did see some dragon bats. I'm wondering if some of that was clearly a flashback because it was on the island and they were talking about what happened on the island and why Kong is the only one. But then there was some of the dragon bats that looked like it wasn't flashback. So maybe the dragon bats might be an enemy that they unite against.
Or maybe the dragon bats are minions of something far greater.
Yes.
I don't think King Ghidorah's coming back. I think he met his end at the end of Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Maybe he laid eggs.
Yeah, maybe. Legendary have always said that they want to bring back some of the classic titans from the legendary Godzilla universe, but they've also said that they're not going to be ashamed of creating new titans as well, so maybe we'll see something new. I did wonder, though, there was a part where Godzilla's tail comes out of, it looks like San Francisco Bay. I really hope it's not San Francisco again. They've been destroyed so many times by
they've
kaiju.
really taken a kicking in movies.
But there's a point where Godzilla's tail kind of comes out of the water. It looked to me like it could have been armor, robotic, something going on.
So something's controlling him.
Or is it Mechagodzilla? I mean, if you can make Godzilla and King Kong and Mothra and Ghidorah, then I should imagine they could do a pretty good job with Mechagodzilla as well.
That's true. And then the real Godzilla could come back and defeat Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe Monarch have taken their Titan watching to a new level and actually started to build their own Titan defense robot, a la Pacific Rim.
Yes.
Maybe there's someone, or maybe I'm just overthinking this and that was just Godzilla's tail. But who knows? Well, I think suffice to say, we are super excited. And do you know the most exciting thing in a year where everything is getting pushed back to 2022? This movie was slated to come out in May. Now it's coming out in March.
Oh, that's going to be so nice.
Yes.
It's such a nice treat.
Exactly. They've not only brought us what looks to be an epic movie, they're bringing it to us 2 months early, and you can watch it in theaters and on HBO Max
on the same freaking day.
Very good call.
Yes.
For the people who live in places where it's not safe to go to theaters, thank you.
Us. Well, there you go. We are super excited about Godzilla vs. Kong. I cannot wait. And March is going to be here before we know it. It's going to be warmer weather. The virus is going to be disappearing.
Yes.
The vaccine's going to be rolling out, and we're all going to be watching Godzilla vs. Kong and licking each other. maybe just one of those two, but whatever floats your boat. Well, we hope that we have floated your boat, rapidly bringing you our reaction to Godzilla vs. Kong, because we were too excited to wait for a week. And if so, we will see you tomorrow, friends, on the next Drunk Trailer Monstery Ambush.
Peace out, kaijus!
Shut up and sit down.